Welcome to Youth at the Crossroads. Good evening. How are you all doing today? I am Miss Keisha, and here is my organization information. Youthatthecrossroads.org, 312-479-5900, and Miss Keisha at youthatthecrossroads.org. I did speak to my web designer. We are having some technical difficulties, so if you don't hear from us, please give us a call if you're looking for us. So I want to check in with the young people, see how the resumes are going, see how your job interviews are. Thanks to Advocate Church, Advocate UCC out on 103rd Avenue L. We have created some mock interview videos, so we'll be showing those soon. Some do's and don'ts. It was quite exciting to create those, so shout out to Advocate UCC. Thank you all for the members coming together and displaying their acting skills. Okay. So as we started last week, young people, let's take a step back. Let's pause. Let's breathe. Through our nose, out our mouth. Let's relax for a minute. We're always in a rush. We're always busy taking care of something. I need for you all to start pausing in your life, okay? There's a lot going on around the world, and especially here where I am in the city of Chicago. Young people, I know a little bit about what you're going through. I may not know you personally, but I know we have a lot going on. From within your homes, the violence on the streets, the violence in the homes, and coming to the ending of a school year. When you get a chance, when you're in your quiet space, find the quiet space. What is quiet space? For some people, it's only the bathroom, to be honest. Let's just keep it real. That's your quiet space. Take time to breathe, okay? Take time to, we say, woosah, okay? Just a minute and some time where you don't have to worry about what's going on. Just taking a break from it. Not saying, oh, that's irrelevant. I don't have to deal with that. No. You're just giving your body space so that you can be stronger to deal with all that you have to deal with, okay? And if the bathroom is not quiet enough for you, it's now nice outside for most of us, wherever we live. A walk with one headphone in, not both ears blaring and you can't hear the sirens. A walk outside, a walk through the park, a walk along the lake. Taking a moment to rebuild yourself, okay? Okay, now back to work. I spoke with the young man whose resume I shared last week. And he said it was interesting that I said on the show to create and design your resume to fit you. I didn't think that I was meaning anything about that other than if you don't care too much for your school, then bring up your work experience, bring that to the top, so that's the first thing. If you work somewhere that's like outstanding and it makes people like, wow, it pops, then you bring your employment up, put education at the bottom, or your skills. You have outstanding skills, you have a bunch of certificates, you bring that to the top. But he didn't see that. What he saw was that when I said have your resume, organize your resume to fit you, he saw that if people have background issues or if they have gaps in their resume, then I was recommending for them to organize their resume to fit them. And ironically, that's also valid. If you have served time, if you have been away for a while, there's two parts. That's where going to the city colleges in your area, wherever you live, attending the city colleges to acquire a certificate in those things that you're interested in, you want to do that because you've been away for whatever reason, for whatever amount of time. And so there is a gap that's going to show in your resume. You graduated from high school in 2005, but you haven't, your next job wasn't until 2014. Well, where were you for that time? Can they ask you those questions in an interview? Technically, they're going to ask you about the gap, yes, but can they ask you outright, were you in jail and do you have a felony? Technically, no, but they're going to find out. So we're not lying, young people. You share what you want to share, but do not lie about your background. And you can help yourself and help presenting yourself, selling yourself through your resume by doing something. When you finish serving your time, seek our city colleges and other programs that you may hear about so that you can build your skills in the areas that you're interested in, and you put those things on your resume. Okay? And your certificates, your accomplishments can go at the top. And so they're highly impressed with what they see, and then at the bottom, that's when they have some questions like, hey, what's this about? And you go ahead and discuss that. Okay? You did what you did. We don't have time for you to be ashamed about it. It's time to move on. Okay? Now, what do? Where are you going? So, you have time that you served. You have a gap in your life. Acquire certificates, certifications, training, so that you can now create that portfolio that I discussed, the portfolios in addition to your resume. You have both of those ready when you go in for an interview. Okay? Be prepared to discuss and share and be honest. In the interview, young people, if you are one to shake hands, there are some people who do not like shaking hands, or they just can't handle it. That's okay. If you do not like or can't handle shaking anybody's hand, politely say, thank you, but I don't shake hands. How are you? And find out where you're to sit for the interview. If you are one to shake hands, you extend your hand and you firmly grip. This is for females and males. You firmly grip the hand, not breaking the fingers off, and you grip in the palm, okay? Young men, just because you're shaking a female's hand does not mean that you have to be extra gentle, afraid to break her hand. Okay, don't break her hand, but don't give her a cheap handshake. I was raised by my aunt who worked several years in HR. I was raised to believe that if a man comes to me, shakes my hand, really wimpy, kind of like a wet fish handshake, then he's weak. I'm to perceive that man as being weak because he did not shake my hand firmly. I've been taught this since I was in 7th grade, okay? So you don't want a weak handshake, okay? And ladies, you shouldn't be giving a weak handshake just because you're female. Oh, I'm a girl, and no. You can grip the palm also, okay? Young ladies and men, When you shake someone's hands, your fingers stay together, okay? No extra stuff in the handshake. This is business. You're taking care of business. Do not move your fingers. You shake someone's hand and that's it, okay? There's many times I've shaken a young person's hand and I had to politely take a finger and push it down and say, all your fingers should be down. Because many of you are in a habit of shaking a hand and you do extra things with your fingers. That's not for the business world, okay? Hands out and you grip and you shake the hand. Eye contact. Yes, many of us are shy. That's fine. That's understandable. When you are shaking someone's hand, as you have their hand, you should be looking them straight in their eyes. Not staring them down, trying to look evil. You shouldn't have these wrinkles that I have in the middle of my face. You don't have that. Just, hi, how are you doing today? Nice to meet you. Okay? Eye contact. Of course, you look away later, but have the eye contact there when you go in for your interviews, okay? Ask where it is they would like for you to sit. We have some scenarios in the videos. I hope to pull it up for you soon. We have some scenarios where you'll be able to see some crazy situations, okay? Don't touch stuff in people's offices. You shouldn't be making too many comments on what you see in the company as you walk through. You may ask a question, is this where the team that I'm applying to be a part of, is this where they sit? Is this their area? But, why smell like that in here? Even if it does smell, keep the comments to yourself, okay? We are familiar with being interviewed, say one-on-one, small setting. It is very possible that you can be invited to a group interview. They don't have to tell you. You may not find out until you show up. So don't be alarmed. You're prepared. You have your packet, your billfold, folder, whatever you carry your resume in. You have your resume, your portfolio, if you have one. You have your pen. You have your ID, your social security card, your cell phone on mute, not on vibrate, mute, silence completely. And you walk in confidently. You're ready for anything. You can be in the room with one or two people, or you may be in a room around a table where multiple people could be interviewing you and several other candidates. You will be okay. Don't be alarmed. I'm telling you now, anything is possible. If you do not feel comfortable, then you say so, you ask to be excused, and maybe other arrangements can be made. But be courteous, be polite, and speak before you lose yourself because you can't handle certain situations. During those times that you're meditating in the bathroom or in the park, on the beach, or wherever your quiet space is, start getting an understanding or start evaluating and accepting who you are and how much you can take. I don't like shaking people's hands, and understanding, accepting with yourself why you don't like shaking people's hands. Okay? Understanding if you can handle group settings. Understanding if you can handle garbage, toilets, just dirtiness. There are some people that cannot handle that stuff. So you understanding who you are and what you can handle will help you in your picking your jobs and or being honest in an interview. Hey, there may be times where, you know, in your department that you'll be asked to vacuum, sweep, take out the garbage, and you saw the garbage on the way in. You saw what it was like raw meat and vegetables and blood, just, you know, say it's in a restaurant or something. If you know you can't handle that, then say, I don't know, that I don't think that this job will be for me. I'm not able to. I'm not able to do that. Yes, at home, you're going to help. And later, you're going to have your own apartment. You're going to have to clean. But you just may not be the one to clean other people's stuff on a large setting. And that is okay. But don't accept the job and then don't show up. Or you do a horrible job and then end up arguing with the people saying, I ain't doing this. I didn't sign up for this. You did sign up for it because that's what they told you. That's what we're hiring for. So be honest up front, young people, with yourself and with the person that's interviewing you. Because when you go in to the interview, you've already researched not only the position that you're applying for, if this is a job where you are actually applying for it. If you're doing the One Summer Chicago in the Chicagoland area, you may not have the opportunity to do as much research because your name is passed on. You go in. Hopefully they have an interview session, but you'll find out as you go. But if this is a regular layout where you are seeking a company, you are to be researching the company anyway. You research the position, and you research the company so that when you go in and you're sitting on the other side of that table, you're stating what you know about the company. Well, I was looking on the internet and I saw that this position allows for you to travel. Will I be able to travel? Oh, well, no, the people who've worked here for 5 years or more, they're the ones that do the traveling. Oh, okay. So there's still a chance that I travel. Yeah, there's a chance for you. That shows that you did your research. Now they're saying, hey, but before you get to that, there's that garbage that needs to be emptied. And how often will I need to empty that garbage? Are we all emptying the garbage? Are we taking shifts? Is it a weekly thing? I have 1 week, my teammates have another. Discuss those things. If you feel that you're only being hired to be the janitor, then say, well, I didn't understand that in the application or in the posted job description. I didn't understand it to be that I would be the janitor. Oh, no. That's not what we're saying. You're not the janitor. Ask those questions. Do not ask how much you're going to be paid. That is not something that we are expected to ask in an interview. I know you want to know. Maybe let the person who's interviewing you bring that up. But you don't sit there, yeah, so what am I getting paid for this? How much does this job? No, how much does this position pay? You don't do that. Don't do that. Don't ask, how long will it take before I get to your position? Now you're telling the person that you want to take his or her job? No. That may be a major desire of yours. Yes, you want to be the CEO. You want to run this company. You feel that you could do better. I believe you can. But you don't say those things in an interview. Okay? So, get your outfits ready. Get your resumes printed. It can be on plain paper. It can be on the expensive paper. Do we have a caller, Mr. Engineer? All right. We have a caller, you all. Okay, send them over, Mr. Engineer. Caller, you there?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Oh, hey! Is this Mr. Smith?
Yes, it is.
Welcome to our show, Youth at the Crossroads. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm blessed. I can't complain at all.
Well, thank you for calling in. So, young people, on the phone we have Mr. Shabata Smith. And he's going to share a little bit about you and what he's doing nowadays. And I'm going to pull up a picture of him. Mr. Smith, tell the young people who you are.
I'm Shabata Smith, CEO of a company. I pretty much want to reach out to the young and the youth, basically concerning truth to the youth. I like to say a few things as far as, in the background and to let you all know, to never ever give up. Anything is possible. I don't believe in the word impossible. If you think about the word impossible, we gonna break that in two, in half, and I want you guys to know, as far as speaking of that word, we're gonna say I'm possible. The impossible is I'm possible. So I like to say, no matter how things go, me coming up is in my childhood, pretty much. My mother made me a go-getter of a lot of things. There wasn't a lot of things handed out to me on a silver platter. There was home structure, though. Most definitely there was home structure, but not a lot of support and belief. But I never ever gave up and never will. So pretty much that's what I want to stretch out to the youth, that never, never, ever give up. That's why I want to spread truth to the youth. My mission is to build. So from that point on, I just want to say uh, I'm looking forward to working with the youth and pushing forward and to a lot of things, and we're looking for the outcomes, and so that we can overcome these outcomes.
Thank you so much for sharing. I found a picture of you. It must have been around Christmas time. Um, I pulled
Yeah.
it up here. Um, so, so to our world out there. So Mr. Smith and I, we go back to our high school days, and we just reconnected so that we can build and help the young people. So I'm honored that he called in today.
Most
And
definitely,
we're
most
going to
def.
work on him coming in and us speaking further, because what he has shared thus far about making it no matter what, we know that that's crucial. And so we want to, Shabata and I, we've been talking, and we want to elaborate and go deeper into that subject. I think we only have, say, like 4 minutes left on today's show, but hopefully if our schedules work out, say maybe like next week, in the next few days, it may take a few sessions. We're together here on CAN TV until the end of June, so we have some time so that we can dissect and dig into several things and issues. So young people, stay tuned, stay focused. As Mr. Smith said, um, you don't want to give up. You know, you see he's standing strong in this picture. You got your the picture I'm showing. You got your mean mug face on.
Oh
Um,
wow.
but it's the one where you kind of
Hey,
got
that's the
the,
game face. That's the game face. That's the never
yeah.
ever
So
give up face.
this brother that you all are hearing, he's in his lab mode in the middle of the night while you're sleeping, working on things. So he has a lot to share. I have a lot to share, and it's in line with what I was sharing earlier, where you take time for yourself, step back. Okay? So we're wrapping up for today. Shabata, I'll be in touch in a few minutes when I get off the air. Thank you. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Okay. No doubt to everybody. Peace and love. God bless.
All right. Bye bye. Young
Yeah.
people, take care. Have a great week, and we will see you next week. Blessings to you. Bye-bye.